So now come to question number 11, and here the given alongside is an enlarged view of microsporangium, and we have to show the identify different parts. Okay, so see this. We know that the outermost layer is epidermis, then endothecium, then middle layer, then tapetum, and inside tapetum this is the sporogenous tissue, and there is a different function of this all these part. Like first three, these are the for covering, and tapetum is for providing nourishment to the developing embryos, we can say microspore, and sporogenous tissue will form the microspore mother cell. Okay, then now next question is, why does the zygote begin to divide only after division of primary endosperm cell? We know that for development of zygote, or we can say formation of embryo, it require nourishment, and this endosperm will provide nourishment. So there that's why some amount of endosperm found first, after then zygote become dormant for some time, and after that it start to divide. Okay, now come to next question. Next is which is the triploid tissue, come like this. Which is the triploid tissue in fertilized ovule? How is the triple condition achieved? We know that the triploid tissue, that means we have seen in case of a endosperm, that means there are two central nuclei and one nuclei is of male nuclei. They form the primary endosperm nucleus, and that is triploid, and that they form the endosperm. Okay, so this process is known as triple fusion. Now next question is, fill in the following label with the type of cell division. The general thumb rule I have told you many times, that means there are only two processes where we can say our meiosis is taken place, one at the time of microsporogenesis and other at the time of megasporogenesis. So here all these, that means this is this we can say here this structure is of female gametophyte, so this structure is a megaspore. If you remember, then this megaspore first divide mitotically, and this mitotically only by nuclear division, so formation of two nuclei. Then again there is a other mitosis, nuclear mitosis, 4 nuclei, then other mitosis, nuclear mitosis, 8 nuclei, then they place at different place. So all these are the, we can say, mitosis. There is no meiosis. Meiosis only takes place at the time of formation of microspore and the megaspore. Now mention the ploidy of different types of cell present in the female gametophyte of angiosperm. Here the synergid cell, the egg, polar nuclei, antipodal cell, and central cell. We know that these are the different parts of female gametophyte or embryo egg, and all cells are haploid, but except in this case, if we talk about central cell, that means there are two haploid nuclei that are present in the center of female gametophyte. Okay, now come to next question. Now here write briefly the role of pollination in growth and development in the angiosperm. That means pollination means transfer of gametry. As we know that the angiosperm gametes are non-motile. They do not have, we can say, flagella or the tail to we can say travel from one place to another place. So they travel by the mean of pollination. So pollination means without pollination the fertilization cannot achieve by the angiosperm. So pollination of transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma. So pollination is prerequisite for fertilization. That means event after fertilization takes place, endosperm development or seed development only possible if there is a pollination. Without pollination, formation of endosperm, embryo, seed or fruit is not possible in the fertilizing condition. Explain any two devices by which autogamy is prevented in flowering plant. That means we can say two devices which prevent autogamy. Autogamy means the transfer of pollen grain into the stigma or on stigma of the same flower. So this could be, that means if unisexual flower is there, then this could be there. If cell incompatibility is there, then this could be there. Or at, we can say, stigma and style are at different position. We can say stigma and anther are at different position. Then this could be achieved. So see here what they have given, like male and female flower are present on different plant. That means the plant is dioecious. Okay, the stamen and stigma on bisexual flower mature at different times. If you remember, in outbreeding devices, these are the outbreeding devices we have. That means dichogamy. That means like proto-embryo or protogyny conditions hai. That means which one is maturing first? If both are not maturing synchronized, then we can say autogamy is not possible. That means anther mature earlier than the stigma and leach pollen, or the stigma mature earlier than the anther. Some other are also there, like self-sterile fry or incompatible is there, or we can say chasmogamous flower. That means flower is exposed or open. Then next is we can say what is cleistogamy. Cleistogamy means the flower is closed. That means flower only open after, that means we can say flower in the closed condition, and flower only open after when we can say it achieved the pollination. So that means it lead to autogamy only, and it we can say lead to the assured seed set. Okay, so that means advantage, if there is a self pollination or we can say autogamy, then we can say assured seed set formation is there. But disadvantage is that it does not allow cross pollination. We know that cross pollination lead to the we can say variation, and variation is we can say helpful for the we can say upcoming generation. So there is no genetic variation, but there could be a benefit also if there is no genetic variation. Like if we want to maintain the same variety or same species or same character in the next generation, then it could be helpful. Question number 19. Mention the similarity between autogamy and geitonogamy. The major similarity between both, that means there is a same plant. We can say in if we talk about autogamy or geitonogamy, that we know that in both cases there are the same plant. Here flowers are different, but plants are same. If same plant is there, then that means there is no chances of genetic variation. So in both cases, pollen grains come from same plant, so they are genetically similar. After that, in geitonogamy, pollen grains are transferred anther to stigma on another flower of the same plant. Okay, whereas in genogamy, pollen grains are transferred from the different plant, तो वो genogamy में हो जाए. तो ये इसका हम difference दे सकते हैं. That means simply we can say as in we can say theory part I have told you, just you have to remember the thing that same plant or different plant different तभी होगा जब क्या होगा, जीनोगमी होगा. सेम प्लांट कुड बी फॉर ऑटोगमी एज वेल एज गाइटनोगमी. तो ऑटोगमी में क्या होगा, दैट मीन सेम फ्लावर pollination, and geitonogamy different flower of same plant. Okay, now come to next. Here the list any two characteristic feature of wheat flower. List any two characteristic feature of wheat flower that make it good example of wind pollination. If you remember in theory portion we have studied that a wind pollinated flower is there, then it should be, we can say, generally they are found in inflorescence, their pollen grains are light and non-sticky, flowers are well exposed. Okay, so same we can give that mean pollen, light pollen grains more in number, well exposed stamen, feathery or it could be sticky. Okay, and flower spectra are inflorescence as it is given in NCERT. Second part of this question is, it is observed that plant breeder carrying out wheat hybridization often take pollen grains from pollen bank. Do you agree? Give one reason in your answer. Yes, we can say that mean validity of wheat pollen grains is only 30 minutes hai, and so it's stored in pollen bank for a long period of time or later use. If you remember the term that that is known as cryopreservation, that means in liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius, like minus 196 degree Celsius in liquid nitrogen, we can store sperm, seed, or we can say some pollens also. Okay, so now list two steps are essential for carrying out artificial hybridization in crop plant and why. So there are, the process is, we can say, the first is selection of parent. That this step is very important. That means which plant or which the parents are desirable, that we have to select very first. After that, emasculation, that means emasculation means removal of anther. If flower is unisexual, that means only we can say pistilate flower is there, then no need of emasculation. After that, crossing over, that means dusting of pollen to the female flower, or we can say female part. Okay, now explain the steps that ensure cross pollination in autogamous flower. That means explain the step ensure cross pollination. Now see, autogamous flower mean flower is bisexual. Just remind the outbreeding devices, and all outbreeding devices we have seen that flower is bisexual except in case of dioecious plant where complete plant is unisexual. Rest all the things like we can say dichogamy is there, or we can say different position of the anther and stigma is there, or we can say protoentry or protogamy condition we can say. So all these things are there. Question number 23. Gynogamous flowering plants are genetically autogamous but functionally cross-pollinate. This is line also given in NCERT. That means what do you mean by genetically similar but functionally cross? Here we think about that cross-pollination. Like this is the stigma. Okay, this is the stigma of other flower. Okay, but they both flower are on same plant. Now the transfer of pollen from this same flower to the same stigma, this is known as autogamy. If the transfer of an, we can say, pollen grain from one flower of plant to another flower of the plant, this is known as, we can say, gynogamy. Now see there, that means both flower are different but the plant is same. तो अगर सेम प्लांट होगा तो दैट मीन्स उसमें से कैसे पोलिनेशन हो वो क्या होगा, जेनेटिकली सिमिलर रहेगा. तो वी कैन से मैकेनिकली इट इज क्रॉस पोलिनेशन, ओके, और फिजिकली वी कैन से बट जेनेटिकली इट इज ए सिमिलर. नाउ कम टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 24. How does the Mediterranean orchid Aphyris ensure its pollination by bees? If you remember, that means we have seen that in most, that means pollination by animals. So that means plants are, or we can say flowers, adapted to a particular type of a, we can say, animal. Okay. Now, if you talk about the petals of Aphyris resemblance as the female bee, we have studied this in uh, organism and population chapter in ecology. That means about pseudocopulation or pseudocopulate. That means this is look like the female bee in shape, size and color, or we can say order. तो जो आता है बी आता है उसको ऐसे लगता है कि दिस इज द फीमेल है, बट एग्जैक्टली से वी कैन से पेटल ऑफ फ्लावर, तो उसके पास जाएगा और उससे सूडो कॉपुलेट करेगा एंड देन उसके साथ स्टिक कर जाएंगे. व्हेन इट द सेम बी visit to the next flower, then dust is pollen there and we can say pollination would achieve. Why should a bisexual flower is emasculated and bagged prior to artificial pollination? The meaning of artificial pollination means we want to make the cross between two different varieties. Okay, if there is a bisexual flower, then there is a chances of a self pollination. To avoid this, we need to emasculate it. After that, we bag it to avoid, we can say, contamination by the air or any other type of pollen that are not desired. So bisexual flower is emasculated to prevent self pollination, and the flower it is bagged after emasculation to prevent contact of unwanted pollen grains of the stigma of the flower. That means we dust only our desire. Okay.